Hello, this is Sabina at Cross Keys Crafts. I hadn't really intended to come to the craft room today because I've been doing some DIY downstairs. That's why I haven't done my fingernails. But I have a few minutes to spare and I wanted to show you this. This inspired me. I found this 2 days ago in our pub downstairs. Somebody must have had some crafty stuff with them, I assume a child. This is a little foam sticker with a little cat. You can see it's got some depth to it there. And rather than putting it in the bin, because I don't think the owner will come back to the pub, I thought I'm going to make a card with this because I think this is actually quite cute. And yeah, I got sort of part of the inspiration from a card. I'm going to link to the video below where the lady, I don't want to name the wrong person now, I should have checked it again, made a card creating some vases just from plain shapes and creating a shelf. And I thought, because the cat, the way it's moving, wouldn't it be funny if this cat actually looked like it's already pushed a vase down a shelf. Let me just zoom in a little bit there for you. So that's what I'm trying to do. I usually don't make clean and simple cards, but I do watch Christine Stokes and I love her work, and I thought this would actually be quite good to create a clean and simple card with this. Just having this, having one little vase, and I'm going to use the flower pot stamps from Lavinia Stamps, and yeah, and just having some white cardstock and a bit of craft cardstock. Having said that though, although this is a sort of a craft cardstock colour, I have decided against using my craft cardstock. Reason being, this is quite rough and this is great to create the base, which I've got here on the side, but I found some paper in my stash which is a similar colour, a bit lighter, but this is smooth. And this just comes from an envelope, as you may be able to see. So I think I'm just going to use that. But because it's so flimsy, I'm going to stick this on some scrap paper just with some double-sided adhesive. So you can use any sort of adhesive if you like. I just find that double-sided adhesive is better because with me working with paper, I don't have any marks from the glue. Then it's not wet, it doesn't warp, and I think this would be better. I don't actually need that much, I just really need the size of a flower pot. So I'm just cutting a little bit here, just contemplating whether this is thick. Let me just find some thinner cardstock. I just decided to actually use just some of this craft cardstock. That'll be fine because it's just supposed to be the back. So I can peel this off. Just pop that on there. Peel this off. Press this on there. And then I can cut this out. I don't need a lot. Making sure it's all glued down on this panel, although I will fussy cut this afterwards. Yeah, so this is all glued down. So I shall do, though, before I stamp on that, I will just have a little quick test run with the ink, making sure it doesn't smear because it's obviously a smooth cardstock. And I think I'm not stamping this, I just really want the pot. I'll tell you in a moment why. Let me just get a little acrylic block. Oops, don't do that. Let me just zoom out a little bit. You can see the mess I'm making here. Just put my finger in the lid as well. Don't want this on the card later. I'll have to wash my hands, I think, before I go on to the white cardstock. So obviously the VersaFine always takes a bit longer to dry. As expected, it does look a bit like it wants to slip, especially if it's very smooth, you can actually slip with a stamp. Just doing it deliberately just to see, but I think it'll be okay. So I'm just, if you're not sure, you can always use StazOn, or I think they call it archival inks. Tell you what, I just do, because I've got a big piece, I think I might just be doing 2 of them just in case. See, that one's a bit smeared. Let me just lift that up. Hope the camera's focusing. It's got a bit of a shade. Having said that, it doesn't look too bad, but I think I'll go for this one. If you don't have a little stamp, by the way, you can always just doodle your own. It doesn't have to be a stamp, because this is really a plain card. So I think I just leave this to dry for a moment, and I will just wash my fingers, and then I'll prepare the card base. I have cut my card base here. At first I thought about doing a 5x5 card, but that means I would have to create my own envelope, so I went for a 4x6 card. And just because I had the scrap here on my desk, which was only 3 inches wide, I decided to go for a 3x5 inches, so have an equal frame all the way round, which I think might be quite nice. So I've cut my little plant pot here. I contemplated whether I wanted to stack this up. You could do that. You could put more cardstock underneath. You could put some fun foam underneath. I actually do have brown fun foam. But because I want to stamp my foliage straight onto the card base, I didn't want to have too much dimension there. So just looking at this here. So what I want to do with this, though, that's why I've got my scoring tool here. The video that I've seen on YouTube, the lady I'm going to mention below, she created a shelf for her vases just with this scoreboard. So I'm just having a look here where the cat would be sitting, and I would like to have the shelf here and then enough space for the falling vase. So I want to have a few lines, not just one. So let me just think here. I think probably go for this one here. Let me just check which one that is. That's the 2-inch one. So I'm doing that one first. I could turn the scoreboard round for that, but I think it'll be fine like this. And then I'm just putting one above and one below, I think. And that instantly gives me a nice shelf. I could also use the back. I think I actually prefer this one. That should be fine. Yeah, I think that's nice. So let me just zoom in a little bit. It's already getting a bit dull. So now I need to figure out where the falling vase is. I think just about there. And I'm going to risk just stamping this with straight away without a stamping platform. I think this should be really straightforward. So I'm just contemplating whether I need 2 of these, and I'm just using black again because I do not want to introduce another colour, but you could do that if you wanted to. So I'm just moving this a little bit out of the way. One there, and I'm going to have another little one, but I might just mask that. Just take here my release paper that's left over and just set this down a little bit lower. If I say lower, so that if you look at the plant pot itself, this one's not as high. It makes it look more natural. So then I can stick the plant pot down. I'm just using my magic glue here. Any glue obviously is fine. Don't think I need a lot of, sorry, I'm going off camera there. Tell you what though, I will use my tweezers because this is so fiddly. If I use my tweezers, I can see where I'm pressing it down. So I think this should just sit there. Just removing some glue that's just coming out. And the cat itself, that's a sticker. So I just theoretically just need to peel that off. And hope that's sticky enough. So I think he should just sit like this. Sorry, I'm creating some shade there. I think I just set him down there and then I'll show you what I've done. So he definitely looks like he's pushed it off there. I say it's a he. I'm sure it is a he. So, and I think all I want to do now is to add a few little lines to show that it's fallen off. So I'm just getting a fine liner pen. Just testing this one here. Yeah, that's fine. And very apt. It's a cat pen as well. So, and I think I just want just like that. I think that'll do. And yeah, I don't think the card needs much else. I don't even think I will add a sentiment. I thought about putting something like oops. I might at a later date put something at the bottom. But yeah, I think this is very, very clean and simple. So what I could do, which I like to do, is round off the corners. In hindsight, I would have put him a little bit to the side, but I think it's fine. So I think I'll do that. Round off the corners. I hope that doesn't interfere with the cat tail. No, that's a little bit. And that's what I always do with this one here. I mess it up. Let me just take the bigger one, and I actually like to do it from the back, because then I can see what I'm doing. Feels like I've got something stuck in it. I think the tail's in the way. Let me choose the bigger one, and I might have to move the tail out of the way. So let's see if I can peel that off. No, I can't. Yeah, that's the problem. The tail's getting a bit in the way. I can just about squeeze it through. Yeah, that's fine now. So there's always a way. But yeah, I find this a bit nicer with the round corners. So obviously I'm not expecting you to have this foam sticker. As I said, it's my only one, but you might have other stickers that you think are quite cute and useful, so you might be able to use those. Obviously you can recreate this card with stamps. Or even die cuts. I just quite like the idea of having this shelf made from score lines. So just pressing this down. Sorry, I hope I haven't gone off camera too much with me zooming in. Yeah. And I think, yeah, that's a finished card. Really, really quickly. I think it took me under 10 minutes. But yeah, I'm pleased with this. I think this looks really, really cute. Sorry about the light. Let me just see if I can put another light source on here. That's a bit better there. But yeah, very cute. If I find a sentiment, I might stamp that and then, oops, it's gone dark now. And then stamp that and put a photo in at the end of the video. But if not, yeah, I think this is really, really cute. Yeah, and if you think so too, you might want to give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more of what I'm creating, you might want to subscribe to my channel. I'd be very happy about that. And I'll see you soon with another video.